All right, so here are your notes for Monday. As a reminder, you should be showing any work that I show on your notes paper. Once you have completed all of the note sheet for today, showing your work for all the examples that I show, you can show your note sheet to the sub, and she will give you your homework for today. Hopefully you can finish before the class gets over. All right, so we're reviewing slope today. As a reminder, slope is rise over run, how much you go up, and how much you go over. So if we count here, we are going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going over 1, 2, 3, 4. So up 5 and over 4. As a reminder, down and to the right is negative, up and to the right is positive, and so this is negative 5 over 4 for a slope. This one we're going up 1, 2, 3, and over 1, 2. So your rise is 3, your run is 2, and we use M to represent slope just as a reminder. Up 3 over 2. Up 5 over 4. All right, the formula that we used for this was y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And so we can make this x1, y1, and we can make this x2, y2. And we could use the formula. We could go 3 minus 17 over 0 minus negative 12. That's going to give us negative 14, positive 12, negative 7 over 2. So M equals negative 7 over 2. X1, Y1 just means the first ordered pair. X2, Y2 just means the second ordered pair. And those are interchangeable as long as you put them in the same order. So I decided that I wanted these to be the 2s, these to be the 1s. It'll work either way. So again, you got y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And label it. So I'll make these my 1s, these my 2s, and ready to go. 11 is y2 minus y1, negative 13, all over. x2 is negative 11, x1 is 4, so that gives positive 24 over negative 15. It equals 8 over negative 3. 8 over negative 3 is the same thing as negative 8 over 3. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Just switch it up just for funsies. Let's make this x2 and y2 and this x1 and y1. Literally does not matter as long as you do them both in the same order. So if I'm going to go 10 minus 1, negative 2 needs to be listed first, and then we could subtract the 4. So that gives you 9 over negative 6, which is negative 3 over 2. M equals negative 3 over 2. Last one of this type. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. And we'll go negative 14 minus 3 over 20 minus 18. Negative 15 over 2. There it is. M equals negative 15 over 2. All right, so find the slope of each line. These are like the world's most simple problems that you'll ever see. Remember, y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope, b is your y-intercept. Doesn't even ask you to find the y-intercept for this one, just finding the slope. M equals, it's the number right in front of x, which happens to be 4/3. Don't just circle it, right? M equals 4/3. So easy. Over here, there is a negative sign in front of the x, which means that the slope is negative 1. Again, we're literally just looking for whatever number is in front of x to find the slope. All right, we are sketching the graph of each line now. X-intercept is where it crosses the x-axis. X-axis is here. Y-axis is here. Remember, they're labeled for you, y and x. So x-intercept, negative 5. X-axis, negative 5. Y-intercept, 5. Y-axis at 5. And then use that straight edge. I can do it on my Chromebook here. Pretty good. Remember, your graph extend as far as possible without going too far off the graph. But it should definitely extend the entire graph, and then we need arrows to represent that it keeps going in both directions. X-intercept is 1, right here on the x-axis. Y-intercept is 2, right here on the y-axis. And go ahead and use a straight edge. That's much better. For your arrows, make sure it extends the entire graph. Right, from here you got y equals mx plus b. M is your slope. B is your y-intercept. Okay. Slope is right here in front of x. Y-intercept is your constant term, whatever's being added or subtracted to the x term. These are all going to be in slope-intercept form today. You're not going to have to do any of that solving that we did. We're just ready to graph. So y-intercept is negative 4, so we're going to go to the y-axis, go all the way down to negative 4. The slope is 5 over 2, so we're going to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 2. And we can do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 2. It's a good habit to get into, to just graph as many points as you can using that slope, just to make sure that you are forming a straight line, and then you're more likely to draw a line that is more accurate the more points that you draw, which is important because we're going to review systems. Here, your slope is negative 1 over 2. Y-intercept is 1. So 1 on the y-axis, y-intercept. We're going up 1 and over 2. Up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. Again, it's great to just give me as many of those points as possible. It's going to give you a better line instead of just drawing 2 lines, and then maybe you end up a little bit off, and then by the time it gets way over here, it's way off. It's just better to give me as many points as possible. And then the other thing was that it was a negative slope, and so that should be going down and to the right, just the way that I drew it, instead of up and to the right like our last one. Looks pretty good. Draw a line on both ends, and we're good. Okay. Draw arrows on both ends, and we're good to go. 13, 14, 15, 16, just a few left. Do it. Y is 1. Okay, so the y values are here. So we're going to go down and find what the y value of 1. And this line here is where all the y values are 1. You've got -6, 1, and -5, 1, -4, 1, and -1, 1, 5, 1. All the y values are 1. This one, all the x values are 3. So here's the x-axis. Here's where x is 3. Show all the x values of 3. That's this line here. 3, 2, 3, -6, etc. All my x values are 3 at that line. Every point on that line has an x value of 3. Here we have an imaginary 1 in front of x. Imaginary 1 in front. Why is that not? Imaginary 1 in front of the x. And so the slope is 1 over 1. Y-intercept is -2. So we're going to go down to the -2. We're going to go up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Again, draw many points instead of just 2 points. Y-intercept is 4. We're going down 7 and over 3, up and to the right. Again, your slope was 7 over 3. Your y-intercept was 4. That's it for today. Thank you for your patience. I think that was only like 10 minutes notes. Shouldn't take you too much longer than that to complete your homework assignment. And then when you're done, find something to do quietly. Thanks. Have a great day.